crafty friends, it's Melinda from MyPaperCrafting.com, and today I'm going to share with you how I created this really fun, easy, pretty card featuring this beautiful die shape from Cheapo dies, as well as some dies, the rectangle, oval, some pretty paper, and some dewdrops, of course. And then I have the free PDF of the sentiment that I created for you to download. And stay tuned till the end of the video because I have an extra card that I created, a bonus card using the same die in a different way. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so to get started, we're going to be using an A2 card size base, standard size, and this piece of paper is white cardstock cut at 4 1/4 by 11, and it's scored and folded at 5 1/2. Then I use this piece of paper, and this is cut 1/8 of an inch smaller, and that piece of paper comes from the Die Cuts with a View Timeless Texture Stack, and I'll have links to what I can find below in the comment section. Okay, and then I used one of the Cheapo dies, the rectangle set, and this has the stitched and scalloped edge. I don't know if you can see that. And I cut that out of white cardstock, and that's the largest size one. And then I have this piece of paper, and this piece of paper comes from the Kirby Teasdale. It's a paper studio slash Hobby Lobby piece of paper from one of their stacks. And then I use this die, and this die is called the Hanging Light or Hanging Hearts Light, I'm not exactly sure, die from Cheapo Dies, and this is the die. And so I started by cutting it out in regular white cardstock. Then I went ahead and embossed it, and I used the Stampendous Pearl Luster Moonstone embossing powder, and I did it twice so it would get a nice thick raised look. And we're just going to set that right there on our card. And then I used one of the oval dies from the scalloped stitched oval die set of Cheapos, and I created this thinking of you sentiment, and I will have the free download link in the information below so that you can print those off in a PDF format, and then you can just use them to use your dies and to cut that out. And then last, I just have some seam binding tape, or seam binding ribbon, excuse me, that I'm going to use to go ahead and embellish that. So we'll just go ahead and put this all together. Oh, but before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just lightly ink around the edge of this piece of paper, and I'm using the Versa Magic Dewdrop, and this is called Niagara Mist. I don't even know if they make this anymore because I've had this for a long time in my stash. So we're going to go ahead and ink the edges of this just to give it a little extra. Okay, so that pretty much completes the card, except I wanted to add just one more little touch to it. And so I'm going to go ahead and use these Nouveau Jewel Drops, and this one is called Gray Mist, and I'm just going to add a few little drops all around the outer edge of my sentiment. I'm going to add this inside this heart and the lamp area to kind of give it the look of almost like glass. So for the final step, I'm just going to go ahead and add these dewdrops just for a little extra visual interest. And this is from the Robin's Nest, and this is cotton candy. Okay, so we'll just let that glue dry, and once it dries, it'll dry clear. Okay, and here's our finished card. There's the dewdrops, and maybe you can see the way I use the Nouveau jewel drops in there too to look like glass. There you can see the little drops there. Turned out really pretty. That die is absolutely gorgeous. I will leave links to the die and the Cheapo Dies website. And then here's a bonus card I created. And this is just using some Paper House Production papers, the rectangle die set that they carry. And then this is the same die, this hanging light die. I just trimmed off the light and the little hearts and used the remainder part as the decorative edge that you see here and here. And then for that I also added some, I think this is the seashell. I'm not sure what that one's called. The Nouveau Dewdrops. I will have still pictures on my blog, and the link to the free files will be below as well. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please take a moment to hit the like button, and I sure would appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to head over to Cheapo Dies and check out their die selection. Until the next time, you have a wonderfully crafty day.